Welcome to my analysis of Kingdom Hearts shown at E3 2015 by Square Enix. First off, I love Kingdom Hearts, I love Final Fantasy, and Disney. You put them together, what can go wrong, right? Throughout this video I'm going to start and stop, so just follow along, it's going to be awesome.
Have you heard of the ancient Keyblade War? Yeah, the Master's favorite story.
Now we're hearing things about an ancient Keyblade War. The interesting thing is we haven't seen these characters before, they're very young, and if it's ancient to them, then how old is this? And how does it even apply to the Kingdom Hearts world? It'll be interesting to see how it figures out.
You know the Lost Masters. They're the ones who started the Keyblade War. Never heard of them. You can drop the facade.
For the first time in this trailer, we're seeing Sora. He's got the red shorts, blue top. This is Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes. Same number of belts. We look very closely at his Keyblade. At first, it looks like it's the Star Seeker. But if we zoom in, it's not. It's still got a star in the middle. It's got a blue stem. And coming off the side, there's some purple and yellow. Although you have to get really close to see this. I'm thinking this is probably the introductory Keyblade. The commands are in Japanese, I'm not sure what they say, I'm assuming the top's attack. Here we've got Goofy, then we got Donald, same thing, HP, MP, same pattern as always. It's probably going to be the same thing. And here's the first Heartless we get to see. They're like blue squids of doom. And with glowing yellow eyes. Water-based, looks very interesting. I wonder if it's always going to zoom in like that. His hop along, that seemed very cool. Now look at this, it's a fire magic. We've seen that before, but the Keyblade is different. Once again, this isn't one we've seen before. I'm thinking it's some kind of fire magic, fire Keyblade, maybe from like the Land of Dragons with Mulan. Thinking something with fire. Especially since we're seeing it used so much and we're not seeing the magic command being triggered on the left, although it could be done on a control panel. Now notice this rain cloud. Can't figure out what's causing the rain cloud. I don't think Sora would be making it rain on him, which makes me think it's the Heartless doing it. Now that's cool. If the Heartless are changing the weather on Sora, that'll be interesting. Now we're seeing a jump, this hop, dodge roll. Love the scenery here. They'll have a lot of detail. It's very, very nice, especially from Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of aerial attacks. Now right here, love it. First off, we have an extreme jump. This is like a Final Fantasy thing. Sora's always been a little different, but now they're kind of pushing him up to Final Fantasy with this extreme cliff. Second off, this reminds me a lot about Flynn, Ryder, and Maximus when they're chasing each other. You get this cliff. Thinking this is the Tangled world. Now this is very interesting. It's a herd of Heartless moving together. I wonder if that's going to make it harder or easier to take out the Heartless if they're working as one. Now it's interesting here that Goofy is at the lead. And the weird part is we didn't see any reaction commands like Kingdom Hearts 2. This kind of reminds me of the Trinity from Kingdom Hearts, but even still, I'm not sure entirely how we get this, but it's a really cool ability about what they're going to do. Once again, we're seeing Sora do some amazing feat. Normally, this is something like Cloud would do, climb up a building while it's falling. But now we're seeing Sora doing this. I like it. Notice at the top there's the Rock Titan. This puts it into the Hercules world. Once again, we didn't see any reaction commands. Obviously, this is very important to get up the Rock Titan. I'm just wondering, how is Sora getting this blue light to climb up the Rock Titan? Is this a special ability, or what's going on here? I saw this and I was just like, wow, this is awesome. It's a train, it's flying. But then I'm like, wait a second, is this Mickey's train? I looked closer and there are lights. It almost looks like a ride. I'm thinking this is some tie-in to Disney, like their rides, their theme parks, amusement parks. It's interesting to see if this is a special command or a reaction command. And here's Sora's clothes. Oh, let's back up just a bit because we want to see the front of it. A little too far. Okay, here we go. First off, I notice is he's got new hair. It's same hair, but it's to the side. I think that makes it more mature looking. We can definitely see he's older. Second off, he's got this necklace. It's the crown insignia from 1. We got this red highlight. It's a nice look with the gray and the red. And then we also have these wrist cuffs that are now higher and are not just covering the palm of his hand. Goofy and Donald, they look the same. Kind of wondering why they didn't change them, but I'm okay with it. I think it looks good. And if it wasn't obvious from what they did before the trailer or this shot, this is definitely the world of Tangled. We're probably going to meet Rapunzel there. It's interesting that it zoomed in on the Heartless. I'm wondering if this is going to be a regular occurrence or not. Here's Sora using some arrow magic, and it looks really cool. But then I noticed some more detail, and if you look at the grass, you can see the direction the wind was moving. I don't know much about how you make video games, but I'm sure that took a lot of time and effort just for that small thing. Props. Now here we see Sora do something really cool with his Keyblade. It splits into 2 parts. Now I'm going to slow this down so we can see the transformation bit by bit because, man, is it awesome. So if we speed it up just a little bit, the Keyblade forms into 2 guns. These are known as the blaster guns from what I've seen around, the 2-barrel blaster guns. And now we get something like the shot lock, where you're shooting. We've seen this before in Birth by Sleep. Really kind of cool. I'm wondering if it's going to be similar. Shoots, really awesome. Now it merges into 1 weapon. Pretty cool. So we go from 1 Keyblade to 2 guns to cool swirly lights to that 1 big projectile. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Once again, we're getting these swirly lights. Probably means he's starting something, but I didn't see reaction command. How are we triggering this? I'm really excited for that. Now, this cool ability, at first I thought it was Captain Hook's ship. It's a big pirate ship. Looks fun. But then I noticed that insignia, that Captain Hook doesn't have that on his thing. Looked again at the lights. I looked again at the design and how it's going up and around. It looks like it's a ride at Disney. So through it, he killed some Heartless. That's good. But then I noticed the drop things, normally where you get the money. It's still an octahedron, which is good. We get the HP orb, but there's a blue orb this time. What's the blue orb do? Maybe it fills up these cool special commands? Not too sure. I'm excited to find out. I love how he slides down. I could do that all the time. Look at those blades of grass, the detail. Really love the motion here, the work. I'm excited to see this. I was getting so caught up in the action I didn't realize Sora's attacking from the top, and once again he didn't use a reaction command like we saw in Kingdom Hearts 2. I think this is cool. It's going to change how we play, especially against the Heartless. Now we saw in the last E3 conference that you could jump off the walls. It's cool to see how we can use that in the battle. I know we did that in Dream Drop Distance, but still really cool to see Sora do it. Now, these teacup rides, I'm thinking it's definitely not Alice in Wonderland. It's got a steering wheel in the middle. It's definitely a teacup ride. You got the lights, you got the design. It's really cool how they're doing it, although I'm wondering if they're not pushing this up a little too much. But hey, that is pretty cool, spinning teacups. Now here we see the Keyblade. This is a different Keyblade. It took me a while to figure out, and this is the best resolution picture I could get. It's got orange, whites, reds, strong, and I'm thinking that end part's a lightning bolt. Later in the trailer, I'm going to show you why I think it's a lightning bolt and why I think it's from beating Hercules' world. Here we see another Keyblade transformation. It's turning into some kind of bow and arrow with lightning bolts. Lightning bolts is symbolic sometimes for Zeus, and Hercules is the son of Zeus. Again, tying in that symbol, I'm thinking this is a Keyblade for the land of Hercules. Once again, now we see Pegasus, and we see a chariot, and the cloud that is associated with the movie of Hercules. I'm definitely thinking this is a Keyblade of Hercules.
On that land shall darkness prevail and light expire.
Light and dark has always been a theme in the Kingdom Hearts series. Now the guy on the left is talking about darkness winning. These hints, along with some others along the way, will let us know who each of these two boys are.
Future. It's already been written.
Two things. First off, the Keyblade that now we're looking at, that's on the wall, some kind of trophy maybe. This is Master Xehanort's Keyblade. We've seen this in Birth by Sleep and others. Why is it on the wall, and how then did Master Xehanort get it? Second off, this idea that the future's been predetermined and that coming from the guy that darkness will prevail will give us a hint of who this character is.
Who's to say I can't change it? And maybe light will prevail.
Two things. Once again, the character on the right says that the future's not set, and that second, the light can prevail. This seems like a much protagonist character. Well, this is another hint of who it is.
Light that meets the eye. You might.
Now with all these clues and this dead giveaway of what he actually looks like, we know for sure who he is. The wavy black hair, the straight eyebrows, the white clothing. This is Master Eraqus. He, by the way, that's square spelled backwards. Didn't know that till today.
Might be surprised. Oh, I hope.
The dead giveaway here is the yellow eyes. Who has eyes like that? The only person we really know of is Master Xehanort, and that makes sense with all of this other talk about darkness and seeing the Keyblade.
Hope so.
Now a little bit about these chess pieces. They look like chess. That's the crown insignia. That's the heart. There's a two-pronged figure. Kind of looks like the armor they wore in Birth by Sleep. But I love how they're ending this. It's a battle between light and dark. Love the symbolism there. Kingdom Hearts, we totally get it. It's awesome. This is a battle, and we're going to see eventually who will prevail. Love Kingdom Hearts. Waiting all day for that, all year for that. Now, I got some pictures to look more at the Keyblades and the transformation. In the top left, we have the beginning one. It's got the star. We get the two guns. We get that two-barrel shot and the one canopy shot. Looks like the shot lock. We didn't see any transformation with the one that did the fire spell. Now, who knows if this is a part of the Keyblade or not. And then we have the lightning Keyblade that turned into the bow and arrow and also had Pegasus come. Again, who knows if these are key abilities to the Keyblades or not. Thank you so much, and I love that you're watching Kingdom Hearts. It's best ever. See ya!